Hello and welcome back to Strategic Mind, the Pacific, and playing hardball, and most likely the last episode of the regular Let's Play before we present the review after 100%. This would be the real finale, so to speak, but the Japanese-USA finale here on Okinawa we will witness in today's episode. There we are, our glorious battleship. That's our HQ, our flagship, with our hero Willis Augustus Lee Jr. And let's, if you want to read it again, these historical personalities here, our heroes, that all survived the war. I'm glad they did. And we have only one town left, Minatogawa. Otherwise we managed to take over all victory locations, and we are fairly certain that in the north there is no more Japanese resistance left. It is unfortunately a rainy night, so our carrier that is actually supposed to sail down here, yeah, you can actually... Let's collect the planes. You guys get on the carrier. Our defensive planes, because I was actually a little bit afraid for this carrier. There was one kamikaze hit us and caused some trouble and several fires. But now, here, you guys, you will get your kills here. You fly there and you will destroy that guy there. No, I want from here.
Speed.
Well, oh, there's someone. Okay, well, then you shoot this one down. Good. Oh yeah, and you get a level here. Excellent. So now you guys are on level 4. And now you get fuel economy. Because it's always good to be mindful about your fuel. Don't be wasteful. And then we are flying here. Let's shoot as many as possible, and then you guys go here. All our fighters are in the sky now, but if we see kamikazes, we should take them down. Oh, great, and they are also getting a level here. Excellent. And then you guys also get fuel economy. Although, like, it would be, I think with the Japanese I was actually a bit more careful and had a nicer mix of planes, but yeah. I didn't feel here during the US campaign that I really rode the edge or something. You guys can shoot them down.
Was this the target we were supposed to kill?
Lots of kamikazes. So, and we have our flak here. You guys can probably not shoot them down.
For the United States.
No, you don't. Crap. Then the flak here.
Remember us downing that plane?
Yeah, okay, then it would have been smarter to actually shoot together on this guy there. Yeah, crap. Then let's drive there, shoot at this one. Yeah, crap. But we have some fighter planes in the vicinity, so then you are getting this guy here. Yeah, you are getting this one.
Gotta do it, boys.
Flying over there. Let's watch the animation for one of the last times. The sky is filled with our planes. Good, so, oh, and you also get a level, so it's glorious. Oh yeah, they finally made it to the 5th level, so you also get the fuel economy. There you go. And then we have 2 more planes here than you guys. You shoot down this one. And by the way, you are actually at 5 stars. Oh, you okay? Both of them are. Then it doesn't matter. You get this kill. This is always increasing our prestige as well. I don't know if there is any effect or so. At the moment, we would get. Oh yeah, we are getting nearly 10,000 prestige here. Although we also suffered some losses. But I felt like in the beginning of the game, I always felt it was already quite a good success if we had only something like 1/3 in prestige costs for the losses, and got accordingly like 2/3 more. But lately it was always something like 10%, right? We only receive 10% of damage. So let's keep these guys here. So there is... we still have target information on them. Excellent. Thanks to all the planes around. Okay, good. Then you guys... You are our infantry, and you guys are scouts, and you have the sapper squad. You go here, like so.
Someone shoot me? I want to go to the hospital.
Let's hope there's no ambush there, but we are going to find out now. And you guys demine this here, so the island is safe for the children. Okay, no one is here. Good. You guys are demining this here.
But there is no windlass.
And by the way, there is a kamikaze here.
Hey, the skies are ours.
So we are shooting down this guy, so they also don't see anything. Last time that we are reading this. Or you can go here, like that.
As in Hellcat.
And then on the minimap, I can also see... Oh no, there's another one there. There's another kamikaze here.
Enemy down. Do you keep count?
Oh yeah, here this is Ira. Well, Ira, you get 2 kills here.
We will teach them manners.
There. That was lucky. Very good.
We were supposed to kill.
So, and then, well, there is some red here. There's another one there. Oh, 2 actually. Okay, then let's send 1 destroyer there. Sailing. Sailing around. There you go. You shoot them down with your Bofors. The 40mm Bofors. And you as well. There. And then our... Yeah, let's bring our heavy cruiser. The Northampton. You come here.
Finally, some action.
And then I would hope that we can give the kill to the Northampton here, because she is the only ship that we have that is not on 5-star level. But I think, no, it's not gonna happen anyway. 14, but we were close. Only 40 experience points. So let's soften them up with someone else then, with this carrier here.
You have carriers. We're always on time. Go
softening them up. Like so, and also here with 1 destroyer. I did this completely badly, and we are... Oh yeah, we can also blockade the harbor. Now it's really officially blockaded.
We will teach
Shoot them up.
humility.
Yes, shoot them. There. Shoot them some more. Good, and now they are at 8, and our secondary guns do only 1 damage, and you guys... Oh god, we can also only do 4. Then let's have some more shots from here first. I really would like to try and give them the kill, although it kind of doesn't matter, of course. There. But it would also be good if we keep the planes as a reserve, just in case something happens. So actually look for submarines here.
Reporting as ordered.
You guys get out of the way.
Ready to launch our air force.
And then you guys, you go here.
On a scouting mission.
You shoot them up some more. Now that the infrastructure is messed up anyway, so and now you guys shoot them. Oh, come on, you don't do anything. Oh, come on. Even with the main gun, come on, what's happening? Well, nothing is happening then. Okay, well then it's our Iowa here. And you guys sail there, and then your secondary guns. They're doing something? No, but we are even having the forward observer. Well, then the big guns, they are also only 1. Yeah, but it's enough to harm them a bit. Okay. Poor infantry. So, well... But then we can actually roll over them, I guess. You guys... You guys...
Die, you bastards!
do this here. Then let's send our
Yes,
Willy
sir.
forward. Where's the Willy? Here.
We have to squish the orders out of you.
The guys are driving there.
Our
Let's
plan
look
is so
around
secretive
first.
and we don't know it yet. They just won't notice.
Yeah, good. Okay, so then we've got 2 more movement points. So the Willy could take the airfield. So let's send
Locked and loaded.
you guys here for
hope
some
he's safe
additional
there.
bombardment. Oh, you also don't do anything.
Our religious service.
Well, then let's
Fast
have
and
our
furious.
tank. So, tank activates the Calliope and the flamethrower. And then we're driving here in.
Fast. Very fast.
And then we are rolling over them. What the? No, then undo move. Okay, well, we need some airstrikes then.
Call me your highness. There are only
B-29
stars
doesn't do anything, you
we
guys.
deliver them
Yeah,
one-way
okay,
tickets to
in the
hell.
rainy night. Oh yeah, here, who is this? Oh, it's Susan, our hero, yep. Susan, so I think that's actually appropriate. She's actually our
we
best
deliver
hero,
them
so to
one-way
speak, in
tickets
the
to
air
hell.
at least.
I hope
Very
there'll be
good, so
no
and now
enemy
the
fighters at the ready.
tank can come in. And then we
No
are rolling
one
over
can
them.
Stop our advance.
Although this is of course kind of an overkill, but who knows, maybe something bad happens here.
Bring it on.
Roll over them.
Run,
Good,
run.
got them, and then we are
Let's mow
taking
them
this
down.
here, like so.
Are we
And
finally
then
doing
the
something?
Willy drives there, and then we can also make sure that nothing is here. Okay, good. And by the way, we have 375 points now. We have 100 enemies killed, clearing all enemies, and now we need only the flag.
Freemen fight with
The last flag. And because our auxiliary units have been so helpful and so motivated, they shall have the honors. Here, our glorious Marine Corps. They are even so-called, so to speak, our rookies at 4 experience stars. They get the honors of taking the last town, Minatogawa.
Yay, we got to raise a flag.
There you go.
Was it the 673rd?
There. And we have 400 victory points. Oh, and we get the Colt, 1911, plus 5 command points. I have no idea what we need the command points for, but here we are. And by the way, we don't get that yet. No, okay. I thought this was the last mission.
Our attitude
You
is
guys
as
shoot
crazy
down
as our
those.
altitude.
Maybe there's a secret mission or something. Who knows? So there we
Enemy
go.
down. Do you keep count?
And then you guys, you can do a recon job, because we have some ships here.
We
Aha,
go
there's
through
someone.
the air.
Okay. Do we have any more fighters, actually? We don't. Do we have someone here?
We'll hide
You
for the
guys,
best.
you could actually fly
Help
here and have
games
a
are the
look.
best.
Okay, no, there's no one there.
Providing as
Oh, you're not in range. Crap. Oh, well. But that concludes it then. We cannot shoot this guy down, but it's fine. So, let's look at our statistics. So, the Asiatic Pacific Campaign Medal. So, we got 4,500 prestige. So, it's roughly 10 times the cost that we had. We shot down 129 tactical bombers, of which I think at least 120 were kamikazes, 7 fighter wings, 57 infantry units, including civilians, of course. So like 10 civilians or so, and 1 blew themselves up. That was a bug. 22 artillery pieces, 9 anti-aircraft, 5 recon, 3 tanks. 34 forts, of which 4 that we took over were destroyed by the Japanese. We sank 4 capital ships, including the Yamato, the glorious Yamato, 10 escort ships, 6 submarines, and I think they did not count the transports, huh? No, they did not, because there were 6 destroyers with the Yamato, and no, there were 4 with the Yamato and 6 with the 3 transport groups. And we sank 6 submarines as well. Awesome. Let's finish the operation. And we get Asiatic Pacific Campaign Medal, yeah.
The time has come for our victory. The 509th Composite Air Group is ready to start the atomic bombing operation.
What? Who talked about atomic bombings?
Well, you know full well that I'm not a supporter of this idea, Ed. I do not find it ethical to use the civilian population of a big city as a test ground.
Admiral, with due respect, allow me to disagree with you, sir. You know the Japanese well. They would blow up their entire family with grenades, just to avoid being captured by the atrocious Americans. If we start a landing operation on Honshu, most of them would decide that it's better to die than to allow despicable Americans to set foot on their soil. In this case, sir, the atomic bombing is the most humanitarian way.
With all due respect, Layton, I would ask you to never again, in my presence, use the words atomic bombing and humanitarian in one sentence.
Sir, I agree. It is an oxymoron. Nevertheless, I'm unable to see it another way. More precisely, imagine how many more American soldiers' lives will be lost in vain. Do you not want to preserve hundreds of thousands of soldiers and officers' lives?
Yes, it will save our soldiers' lives. Do not try to pose as a savior of the Japanese people while advocating atomic bombing. It just sounds incredibly hypocritical.
I understand your indignation, Admiral. But the decision has already been accepted at the highest level, and there is nothing we can do about it. So, let us not mourn too long, shall we? And have a drink of the finest whiskey I have brought with me from Washington. Let us celebrate our victory and the peace to come.
Please, gentlemen, if you will, go without me. I hope you will forgive me. I would rather have some moments to myself.
Hiroshima, August the 6th, 1945.
The thoughts and hopes of all America, indeed of all the civilized world, are centered tonight on the battleship Missouri. There, on that small piece of American soil, anchored in Tokyo Harbor, the Japanese have just officially laid down their arms. They have signed terms of unconditional surrender. The evil done by the Japanese warlords can never be repaired or forgotten. But their power to destroy and kill has been taken from them. Their army, and what is left of their navy, are now impotent. It was the spirit of liberty which gave us our armed strength and which made our men invincible in battle. We now know that that spirit of liberty, the freedom of the individual, and the personal dignity of man are the strongest and toughest and most enduring forces in all the world. From this day we move forward. We move toward a new era of security at home. With the other United Nations, we move toward a new and better world of cooperation, of peace, and international goodwill.
Oh. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 missions. Okay, it felt way longer. And here, these are the awards. Rear Admiral, Vice Admiral, Admiral, and Fleet Admiral. Grand Cross of the Order of George I, Navy and Marine Corps Medal. Oh yeah, I would have liked to see Nimitz's chest with all that stuff on it. The Distinguished U.S. Navy Distinguished Service Medal with the Golden Star. The Navy Expeditionary Medal. The Legion of Merit. The Navy and Marine Corps Commendation Medal, the Bronze Star Medal, the Grand Officier de la Légion d'Honneur, the U.S. Navy Distinguished Service Medal with 2 golden stars, the Order of Orange Nassau with swords and the degree of the Knight Grand Cross, the Silver Star Medal, the Philippine Liberation Medal, the Navy Cross, the Knight Grand Cross of the Most Honorable Order of the Bath, the Medal of Honor, the Asiatic Pacific Campaign Medal, and a Colt 1911. Awesome. So, we managed to pull off everything. So we managed to accomplish every single secondary objective and every primary one, of course. Otherwise, we wouldn't have gotten this Colt. Let's look at the losses. And that's the total. 7 forts. We only lost 1 anti-aircraft at some point. I unfortunately, I don't remember it. 5 reconnaissance planes. Huh? All in all, absolute victory. Well, and we destroyed 16 Japanese tanks, 9 recon, 58 anti-aircraft during the course of this playthrough, 70 artillery pieces, 235 infantry units, 42 fighters, 239 bombers, tactical bombers. Yeah, I never saw a strategic one. 119 forts, 44 capital ships, 23 carriers, 79 escort ships, and 28 submarines. And we shot down 1 recon plane. Huh? I don't recall that either. But it must have been an interception or something. I never saw the enemy use recon planes, but maybe it wasn't shown. Okay, interesting. That's actually quite interesting. I never saw one fly around. Or maybe it was a... Oh no, I think it was a mission. Didn't we catch someone on a recon plane or something? Well, so let's see what happens if we click close. Yeah. Oh yeah, okay. So, I did enjoy this. There will be another final episode, or rather video, the review after 100%. But I want to say already here that I do appreciate a lot that the developers try to bring in the narrative, you know, some storytelling here, despite the slightly wooden personas. But to speak a little bit about real-world history here as well. So I found that they, you know, made the dilemma nicely and clearly, how people were probably struggling with the decision to use a weapon of mass destruction. And I think like a lot of soldiers didn't feel that, you know, their personal honor would allow such a thing, because the indiscriminate destruction of civilians, you know, that's a different level, you know. Like, I mean, it's already quite problematic if you think about, for example, the bombing runs on German cities, for example, where it was also in principle, and it was mostly maybe what the British Empire wanted and did, but where it was about destroying the civilian population and not about any other strategic goals. It was to break the will, the fighting will. But I would say even like a bombing, like the bombing of Dresden, for example, that caused utter destruction. And you would think, okay, people don't have a chance, but there was a certain chance that you would get out of that as an individual, of course. Yeah. While if there's an atomic explosion, then this chance is taken away. Yeah, and that's of course the problem. On the other hand, especially as a commander, yeah, and for, the responsibility for your subordinates, overrules this in a way. So I would argue, yeah, so that what they said, like really wasting hundreds of thousands of soldiers, and you need to think about a nation's economy and their future as well, and how powerless the regular citizen is actually against government decisions. That's something that that authoritarian regimes do, maybe, which only look at their citizens as a resource that they can expand, yeah? Organic material, so to speak. And in so far, it's actually a thing of responsibility, to try and save as many of the lives that you can on your own side, of course, and if possible on the other side. And I liked the jobs that we had to do, like the secondary objectives, for example, disarming the civilians here, trying to do the humanitarian thing. And that's also something that I liked about the Japanese campaign, that Yamato, the admiral that we played there, did actually object to the atrocities that this unit, what was it, 38 or 35 or something, like this army unit of the Imperial Japanese Army that conducted these atrocities and human experiments and all of that. Yeah, I really enjoyed that, and I appreciated that a lot, that we had stuff like that. And that makes this game here also way better, because there's this additional dimension and also the dilemma that we need to think about. Then, for example, old classics like Panzer General and Panzer Corps Gold that I'm also playing at the moment on the channel, which is, of course, totally focused on the strategy. And I feel that they nicely revived this old playing concept here with the Strategic Mind series. I really enjoy this. There, of course, there's some criticism that I have to say, but we will hear that in my review. So I hope you enjoyed this playthrough, and I would consider this also as a walkthrough, because, well, we managed to pull off the maximum, so to speak, and I showed one way to do it. I mean, there are surely more ways, and we had a discussion, for example, about the equipment that we could and should take, and in the review I'm also going to give tips and share my experience, and also discuss that at length. So that will most likely also be a rather long video, but I hope it's helpful. And I can say that I did and do enjoy this game, and I think it's a very, very good one. Yeah. Maybe not super excellent or so, but certainly a very good game, and I certainly enjoyed it, and I'm glad that I could play it. Yeah, and I hope you enjoyed this Let's Play. If you managed to watch from the beginning to the end, I would congratulate you, and I'm thankful that you did that, and that you shared in the experience. And I would appreciate also if you shared your own thoughts about this. And as always, you are heartily invited to share your thoughts in any comment section, of course, of any video. Yeah, and if you like this one, I would appreciate your like, of course. And if you haven't done so yet, you are heartily invited to subscribe to the channel as well. You know that it doesn't cost anything, and it does help a lot, though. And if you click the bell, you're also never going to miss an episode on Playing Hardball again. So, and that would be a good thing, right? So, and here with the destruction of the Yamato on the background, we can end this video. See you next time in another episode on Playing Hardball. Just click my channel name, Playing Hardball, find the playlist in the folder, and enjoy the content. I hope you do. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.